you're building a business to survive, let me see your hands up. To survive. To just put food on your table, let me see your hands up. Now, it doesn't matter what your objective for building your business is. The most important thing is that today you can be here and tomorrow you can be gone. And it is extremely painful for you to invest your time, your energy, your resources, your money, your relationships as well into building something as if you could not keep up with your competitors, or because you could not meet the demands of your market. All of a sudden you're out of business. Now, Jeremiah has helped us understand something very important, which is design thinking. And he says that the concept behind design thinking is to help entrepreneurs understand how to solve problems in their businesses. But then you're not just solving any kind of problem, you're solving problems that has to do with making your product more acceptable in the market and making your product more desirable by your customers. He established that truth. Now, I want us to get very practical in putting into practice, but then for us to do that, I want to. So now, I then decided to think about an idea. And his goal basically was to bridge the gap between the residents in those estates that would have to travel several kilometers to buy those items, all right, and the market. So his goal basically was to help bridge the gap. Are we together? All right. So now, I'm going to ask a question to be sure you're following. Who is Ade? Can we pronounce it? Who is Ade? All right. What did he do? He moved into where? Good. What did he notice when he got into that estate? Good. So they have to travel several kilometers. Now, Ade also noticed that the bulk of the people that stayed in that estate fell between newly married couples who were nursing children, or very busy professionals who have to go to work and were really, really engaged. Okay? So then he came up with an idea to build a platform where, are we together? He came up with an idea to build a platform, and his goal was to accomplish two things. Number one, he wants to make it very easy for these guys to buy all their food items from an online platform. Are we together? From an online platform where they can actually hire a personal shopper that goes into the market, shop for the item for them, put the item in the delivery, and send it back to them. Is it a brilliant idea? Do you know anybody running something like that? You. Awesome. So you have a lot to learn from this. All right. So now, for Ade, he was a little bit concerned about, okay, I say he had two goals he wanted to accomplish. The first goal basically was to make it very easy and more convenient for people to shop without having to travel several distances, all right? So he was helping them save what? Time and energy. So now this time they could have spent, how long does it take you to shop in the market? 2 hours plus the time you spend talking to Mama Yabo and this one. Maybe 4 hours. Do you understand? So now, that was his first goal. The second goal basically was he wanted to ensure that more local retail stores that sell food items could have access to more markets. Now we understand that access to market is a challenge for most businesses, yes or no? Now he knew very well that if he can build a very successful platform, it means that he's going to accomplish two goals. Number one, his customers would have easy access to food items conveniently. That's number one. Number two, retail store owners that sell food items, that's the vendors, would have access to what? To markets. Are we together? Good. So now he did something. First of all, what he did was he built a warehouse. Now when he built that warehouse, he decided to stock the warehouse through the form of he would negotiate with the vendors and they would agree to stock the warehouse. Then he had one person that was handling processing orders and giving to delivery guys. But over time he found out that was not a sustainable business model for him. Why? Because he had to pay for the running costs for for light, for water, he had to pay for what? Pay for rent, so that was not sustainable. So then he decided to now hire a pool of personal shoppers that will stay in different markets, and when he gets matched with a customer to handle their buying, do you understand? They bring it to the buyer at home. Are we together? Are you following? Are you following? All right. So now, there was a problem. Tell someone I said there was a problem. Are we together? Tell someone I said there was a problem. Can you tell someone I said there was a problem? Good. Now, there's a problem with this model. All right. This is how the model works. When somebody at home who wants to buy 100,000 naira worth of items, okay, he goes online, he hires a personal shopper, he transfers the 100K to the personal shopper's account, and the person goes into the shop, into the market, and do the shopping. But then, after doing a couple of surveys, he found out that his customers were having a bit of a complaint. They were complaining a lot. Now, we're going to answer that question by thinking about, imagine you are the customer and you have to transfer your money to somebody that you hired online to do shopping for you. All right? What do you think would be your complaint? Let's move forward. Or just go back a little bit. Sorry, go back. Now, what do you think would be your complaint? What do you think would be your complaint? Sorry? Fraud. Okay, one, fraud. So you sent your money to somebody. All right. Now, mind you, the reason why they are transacting on that platform is because of the trust the brand. So I've done proper due diligence in hiring personal shoppers. Abi? But then there were still cases of what? Of fraud, number one. Number two. Delay in delivery. Okay, delay in delivery, okay? So we have fraud, number one. Number two, what? Quality. Okay, awesome. Quality. Alright? No, it's always coming from this angle. I feel like you can work them with cash for being so fantastic. I need a response from here. I was expecting you to say something. Okay, fine. I'll go through it again. The model he was using was people go online on his platform, yeah? They hire a personal shopper that goes to a particular market, local market, does the shopping for them, and will obviously give a delivery person to bring it to them. But then they would have to transfer the money to the person's account after making a list of what they want to buy, assuming these are the prices. Do you understand? So if the total is 100K, you transfer 100K to the person. Do you understand? But the customers were complaining. Now I want us to think about what you feel customers are complaining about. Somebody said fraud, another person said quality, another person said what? Delay. Okay? Alright? So from this angle, quality. No, it's fine. It's fine. So this is what so the first thing basically he did was empathizing, like Jeremiah told us, right? He put out a survey to his customers. And he found that they were majorly complaining about quality, fraud, what else again? Delay in delivery. Those three major things. Okay. So now, in cases of fraud, it means that he would have to refund the 100K back to the person. And that was costing him a lot. Do you understand? It was costing him a lot. So now, we have been able to, first thing we did was empathize. The second thing, basically, we defined the problem, which is, we said what? Fraud, delay, and quality. The next thing, basically, is design, which is what we call ideation. Now, how did he solve this problem? How many of you are curious to know how he solved the problem? How many of you are curious to know how he solved the problem? But imagine you were the owner of that business, how would you solve the problem? Yeah? Think, randomly, anybody? Okay? Yes. It's close to the answer, but it's not the answer. Anybody? There are different ways to solve this problem, but I have something I've come up with. But Anybody? Should I give you the answer? Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Now, the money sent to his account is going to mean that it's going to be too stressful because he has to be managing a lot of transactions. Do you understand? So imagine you processing up to 1,000 plus transactions every day. That's a lot. Do you understand? So that is a good idea, but no. Any other person? For what? Quality issue, okay. Awesome. So she said for quality issues, there are specific shops you have to shop from. Awesome, okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, focusing on the specific brand the person wants. Okay, all right. Yes. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm taking injection, so that's why I'm sweating. But all right. Any other person? Any other person? Okay. Okay, so you're focusing on delay in delivery, yeah? Okay, all right. Okay, so customers, that is, but you cannot really choose where the person wants to shop from. Some people have a particular market they would like to shop from, so sometimes it's very difficult for you to tell the customer where the customer should shop from. Do you understand? So that's a good idea, but because of the fact that we're trying to be a customer-centric business, it might not work. Okay? Any other person? Okay. Okay, all right. Okay. Now the idea is for them to shop instantly. So they want to buy, like, let's say you want to cook soup, you understand? And you want to stock your house with soup and all of those things, basically. You want to shop that day and prepare that day. Do you understand? So they're expecting the item to come the same day. Okay? Any other person before I reveal the answer? It's not an answer, basically, it's just my own idea. Someone behind. Sir? I think you're making a very strong point, but I can't hear you very well.
Okay. So he has to make an agreement with the store or the market, the person that they are supposed to buy from. That whatever they are coming to buy, it has a stake inside. So with this, it's still the middleman, it's still the linking channel, but it's making more profit, and it's anything that has to do with fraud and then poor quality and then late delivery will be taken very care of.
Okay, all right. I didn't fully understand it, but you understand? One more time, please.
For example,
yes.
I'll use you and me, and then let's say there's still another person, let's say Mr. AB. Mr. AB is the person at the in question. So at this point, I'm the one producing the tomato, let's say tomato for instance, right? Ade is the person we are talking about, that is Mr. AB, and then you happens to be the customer, the consumer. So at this point, Mr. AB will have an agreement with me, right? Yes, I'll link you up with my customers. Because of the delivery, I'm having issues with delivery and then breach of trust, and then the quality of what my boys give my customers. So at this point, you pay direct to me, I deliver to you, but there's a percentage I have to remit to AB.
Oh, I get. Are you solving the problem of fraud or quality or? All of them?
All of them.
Okay, yeah, because I think you try to touch everything. Okay, so basically this is what I did, yeah? For fraud, So Ade decided to create a wallet for all his customers. That's the people that buy. Now, a wallet basically is more like an account. All right, you own the account. It's on your app. Okay, so if you're shopping from this particular app, you can have a wallet. Now you can fund the wallet. Okay, so you fund the wallet. So you fund the wallet. Let's say you fund the wallet with 100,000 naira. You fund the wallet. Okay. Now, every vendor a customer can shop from potentially on the app has to match the standard quality standard of Ade's platform. Do you understand? So now, what Ade did basically, he built a wallet, number one. Number two, he also created another wallet too for vendors. Okay? Then he created a separate account that when you want to buy from this particular vendor, so let's say I want to buy, let's say tomatoes, potatoes, and what again? Tomatoes, potatoes, and fish, for example. I go on the platform, all right? I say I want to buy 1 bucket of tomatoes. I want to buy 1 bucket of potato. Let's say the cost of everything is 20,000 naira, for example. So now I will fund my wallet with 20,000 naira. Then I will select the vendor I want to shop from. Then I will pay into the vendor's account directly. So the vendor in the market already receives it as a payment for an order for a bucket of potatoes. Do you understand? Now the work of the personal shopper now is to now go to the vendor store that Ade has already paid for. Sorry, not Ade. The buyer has already paid for tomato for or fish for and all of these things and pick it up. So there's no cash transaction between the personal shopper and the seller. Do you understand? Okay. Let me explain one more thing in answer the question. Then the middle account that was created was in case the personal shopper arrives the vendor store, and realized that the item he paid for is not available. So it means that if you have already paid to a particular vendor, it means the vendor will only receive the money as a wallet transaction, but not as an actual fund. It's only going to become an actual fund when you confirm, when the personal shopper has confirmed that I've picked up this item from this particular vendor, then the vendor will be credited. Do you understand? You have an objection? Please go ahead. Yes. Yes.
Okay. If the buyer still has to go back to the markets to get
the markets, everything is happening.
You said the buyer already credited the wallet, right?
Yes. His own wallet. His shopping wallet.
But he still have to go to the market.
No. It's the personal shopper that goes to the market.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Do you understand? Okay, ask the question.
You as a personal shopper,
yes,
you've already negotiated with the seller.
You can't, now it's going to remove your power as a personal shopper to chop somebody's money. Because if I go to the market as a personal shopper, you give me, let's say you're expecting me to buy 1 bucket of tomato, for example, for 12,000 naira, for example, and I find someone that's selling it for 8,000 naira. How would you know? I pocket the 4K and pay the. Do you understand? Yeah. But now with the wallet system now, the buyers can even see how prices in markets change. So somebody can be selling, Abdul can be selling his bucket of tomato for how much? 12,000. Somebody is selling it for 11,800.
So what I'm trying to say is Ade is now affecting the online shopper because the money we were supposed to make is...
No, the online shopper is not a criminal. Sorry.
The online shopper cannot be a criminal.
I feel like this personal shopper would want to really jump on this thing because if you don't chop people's money, Some of you remember when your mother gave you money to go to market, how much you pocket. There's one time my mother sent me to go to market and came back with 5,000 naira extra. She did not know. From negotiating, beating down price. Do you understand? Basically. Alright. So that solves the first problem. Now, it also solves quality problem. It also solves quality problem. Are we together? It solves quality problem because now, it solves, my time is up. We need to do something practical. My time is up. Now, it also solves, are we together, guys?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
It also solves quality problem because now, if as a buyer, I'm very familiar with shopping from a particular vendor that will always giving me fresher looking tomatoes or better sized fish, for example. I can now choose the vendor I want to shop from, pay that vendor directly, and my personal shopper just has to go and pick it up and give the ingredient. Now the business model, I know you're wondering, how does the personal shopper benefit? Yes. Now you are, as the buyer, you have to pay the personal shopper a fee for going to go and pick your items for you. Do you understand? Now the reason why it's profitable for a personal shopper is because of imagine you doing that for 20 people every day, and each of them are paying you 2,000 naira for going to pick up items for them, or 1,000 naira. Do you understand? That's cool, 20,000 for you. I just sold a business idea to somebody. Right or wrong? Go and attempt it and succeed. God bless you. And come to me for funding, I'll give you money. I'm very serious actually. I'm very serious. I'm very, very serious. Attempt it. If it works, come to me. I'll give you funding. For real. Alright. So guys, basically what I just did was, hello guys, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving your face now. Basically what I did was, I came up with an idea for a business and I sold it to you as something that exists already. Abi? And if you are following, hello guys, we're here to learn. My chairman, I was commending your group here. You're following my hand now. Okay, alright. So first of all, what I did was I created a fictional business for you. I started a business right in front of you. And then Ade got to a point where he had what? A challenge. And the challenge was, initially, how was he running his business? He would ensure that buyers pay the personal shopper directly, and the personal shoppers were stealing from the buyers. Okay? So that was the problem he encountered. Now, because Ade is more concerned about ensuring that his customers, who are the buyers, are very satisfied and are happy about his business, he had to use design thinking to come up with a solution to solve that problem. So first thing he did was he did empathize, which is listening to his customers, ask them questions through survey, and he found out that most of them were complaining of being defrauded. And even him, it was paining him because he would have to refund them back their money. He was able to clearly define the problem, what the problem was. And we said the problem was what? Quality, delivery time, and fraud. He was able to come up with a concept, an idea, which is the wallet system. Then, before Ade would just go out and just roll out, Ade would want to prototype it, he wants to test it. So let's say he will launch a first version of the app with the wallet system into the market. Okay? Then when he does that, he will evaluate the performance and see if customers are satisfied with it before you now make that a final version of how his business will run. Okay? So now we're going to do a very practical session when I think 20 minutes after now, based on what he told me. So what I want you to do basically is in your cycle, yeah, I want you guys to interact within yourself. Now ask yourself questions like, what problems are your customers? What are those things that your customers are always complaining about? All right, and how can we use this process to come up with solutions to those problems? That is what we're going to do practically after now. So the reason why I had to get practical with you guys is telling the story of Ade so that you can visualize Ade as yourself and bring that into the reality of your own business and use design thinking process to solve the problems that you want to solve. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let's put our hands together for Mr. Paul. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Paul, please. Are we all done eating? My session is next, so eat now so that you have strength. Doctor, what do you think? the journey is far, so eat now. So like that. So before we move into the next session, I'm sure everybody here has an Android phone or an iPhone or whatever phone it is that you have. Please, let's bring it out. Open your camera. Open your camera now. They brought you here. They gave you food for free. Just open your camera and do something for us now. Open your camera. Turn it to yourself. Selfie. If you are not opening the food that you ate, you vomit it. You've eaten now. Now take a picture of yourself with the people on your table. You've done it since. Okay, good. Now post it on social media. Any of the social media platforms you want to use. Whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, post it and use this hashtag. Hashtag APDC, hashtag AFDP, hashtag FAPA, FAPA, hashtag Ungufu Consult, hashtag Simon Bootcamp.
Are we doing it?
First person to finish, I'll give person my food. You don't want my food? My phone. Yes. Are we done?
Yeah, let's go, guys. Or should we add a twist in it? Should we add a twist? I feel like giving out money.
No money, you could not ask me. No money.
I will spray money, but let's see who come after me. Let me spray. I should spray money. I have 10,000 naira gifts. How do I go about it? I feel like giving 10,000 naira right now. Okay, you know what? So let's do something, yeah? So use this hashtag. So by tomorrow, 4 p.m. tomorrow, the person with the highest likes wins 10,000 naira. Be it on Instagram or Facebook or both. Person that has likes on different platforms. We'll sum everything together. 10,000 naira. I will give you with love. I'll give you with love. Like from the bottom of my heart now. Inside this people, someone is giving you 10K. That's like you not buy 10 liters. Yes, now. You won't buy itself, you don't spend 1,000 naira. You owe 10,000 naira. With love, bro. So then that highest like, someone, if you post for instance, Instagram and Facebook, we'll sum it up. Let's do the highest likes, 10,000 naira. Yes. Someone said we should use just one platform. So let's use Facebook. Right? So let's use Facebook, just one platform. The person with the highest like wins 10,000 naira. You don't have Facebook. You don't have phone. You don't have data. Also. So please, by 4 p.m., someone will go to the place. Thank you.
So I guess everybody is done eating, right? Everybody has eaten. Okay, so now to the next session. We've learned about design thinking, right? Hello? 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 Hello?
So if I already do for you. Someone says, post it, send it to all of us, we like it. It's not group competition.
just like telling you. At least share with your family and friends. Thank you.
Okay, hello. 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 I can't hear. Hello. Thank you. Repeating. So now, we've learned about design thinking, right? And it's time for the practical on design thinking. So this is what we'll do now. Two tables.
Mr.
You
Fash,
get.
please give them like 5 minutes. I want them to rest. I know you are going to stretch. You want to rest, man? Just rest, relax.
Rest for 5 minutes.
All work without entrepreneurs very active. So please take 5 minutes and rest.
DJ, they say when you give out belle.
Oh,
It's like this DJ and 30 DJ. Just the choke us, oh Chioma. LCDL. What you know now, your DJ is always. Yes, you can start.
Okay, so good afternoon everyone once again. Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon everyone. Hello. Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, great. My name is Joseph Fashola, as you all know. I lead the team at AgriLinking, and what we do is support agribusinesses, right? I've been building AgriLinking for the past 4 years and 3 months, to be precise. Yes. And we've won several grants, and we've gotten several funding across Nigeria. One of the things that we are key on at AgriLinking is the fact that we always want to support agribusinesses to build solutions that are sustainable. And coming back to design thinking, which we've been looking at for like about an hour now, right? Which is very important. Design thinking, design thinking, design thinking. Why have we been talking about design thinking? Every business is existing to solve a problem. If you don't see your business as a business that is solving a problem, then you are just wasting your time and just doing business basically for survival. And that's why we always say, oh, have your 1 minute or your elevator pitch, that if you meet someone today, you can tell them what your business is about. But you also have to understand what the problem in line with your business is and what the problem your business is solving. So mine is going to be a practical class. We'll be sharing this. So who can tell us the 5, okay, taking it off. The 5 design process to design thinking. The first one is what? The first one is what? The second one is? The third one is? Okay. Okay. The fourth one is? The fifth one is? Good. Each 2 tables are going to get 5 of this cardboard paper. No, you are not passing it. Like this table. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. All of you on this table, 2 tables, are working with this. Poultry, right? Good. The same thing, fishery. You're working with 5. Now, the first one we said is empathize, right? The first one is what? Now, your business is existing. Am I correct? You've been getting feedbacks from your customers, right? There are certain things that you yourself know is wrong with your business. So we are going to role play here. Role play in the sense that there are how many people here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Some people are going to act. Please pay attention. We asked them to come in. They said. We asked them to come. They said they're not coming. It's your loss. Some of them said they are not coming. They are not regard them. They are out of mind. So please, if you are outside, kindly come in. So yeah, and like I said, we are going to role play. Some of you will act as the businesses. Some of you will act as the customers. Do you understand? Some of you will act as the business. Some of you will act as the customers. For instance, now we have poultry. Maybe these people are the business. People are the customers. Right? The first one is what? You would understand what. Are we together? Who is not clear? Everybody gets what I'm saying, right? You will try to understand what your customer wants. Then you define wants. Whether it's a problem they are facing, you define it. The third one is what? Idea or design. Based on what you've defined and you've learned from them, you design a solution within your poultry space for them. Then what will you do? You prototype, right? Am I correct? You prototype. So you think of a solution that works and then you test it with them. Once you test it with them, once you are done with that, one person would come out to present for each team. Are we clear? Are we clear? Why are you looking at me as though I'm a wicked person? Are we clear? Is it clear? Okay. This is horticulture, right? Only this is only table for those in horticulture. Okay. For those of you on this table, you have 5 cardboard papers, right? Here's it. Sorry. Okay, they are coming. They are bringing it. So now you have 5 cardboard papers. Each paper stands for each design thinking process. On your first paper, which is empathize, you write what the feedback you got from your customers are. Is that clear? The second paper, what's the second step? Define. You define the problem on that paper. The third one is what? Together, you think of a solution and ideas and design it on that third paper. The fourth one is what? Prototype or develop, right? The fourth one is prototype. On that fourth paper, you now write what your solution is. You know, before the prototype, you are designing. You have not come up with a solution. So in that fourth paper, you now write the solution. Now you now tell them the solution. You ask them for their complaints at first, right? Now the fifth one, you now get to know whether or not your solution is solving their problem. Is that clear now? Is that clear? Is that clear? So we have 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes. So you agree amongst yourself. People are working together on 2 tables. That table and this table are working together. This table, this what? What's this table? Both, they are working together. Fish room. They are working with that table. Are you clear? Do you understand what I've been saying? Have you? Yeah. You listen to them, so you are working together. So you have 10 minutes. You are the one that is amongst yourself. I'm not saying this table is business, this table is customer. Amongst yourself, you decide who is business or who is customer. So you have 10 minutes. Your time starts now. So your time starts now, please. So yeah.
I have just 10 minutes. Why are not giving out money? Should we add the price to it?
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Because I know I collect my money. I want to give money to the best presenter.
So you just a share money.
You do. Yeah. You have 10 minutes too. Yeah. Minutes more. Seven minutes and 36 seconds more. Six minutes, 40 seconds more. Six minutes, 35 seconds more.
Are we done for students?
6 minutes more.
Five minutes more.
5 minutes more. 4 minutes more.
Time is going. Three minutes more.
Please ensure you solve your problem.
You are submitting the papers back. Two minutes of idle time.
Are we good? 1 minute extra time. Some people want to open McDonald's.
Like growers, the hotel so instead of growers,
Please, let's start rounding up.
so I instead of giving them growers, that's because it's not more protein.
representative. Please, start choosing your representative, please.
I told you now. Ability. I don't say no one by football.
All right, time up.
Shall we have the presenters come forward?
All right, time.
Time up. One.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Which presenter? Sorry.
Please, let's have your presenter. You don't have time. Let's have your presenters.
Please, your presenters should come forward with the paper.
Please, time up. You have tried. I appreciate you.
One person per group. Please. Group 2. Okay, yeah. Group 2. Which presenting here? Okay, group 1 is ready. Okay, yes. Horticulture. Are you done? Okay, come on.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Sharon Peters and I am presenting for the Fisheries Department. So our customers reached out to us that they have challenges with our delivery and that our farms are too far from them, and for our smoked fishes they are too dry. So the problem there is number one, accessibility. The second one is low quality of dried fish, and the third one, late delivery. So we came together and we brought up a solution, which is opening a depot close to the customers. So aside from our fish farm, we would have like a mini depot where we'll take our fishes. Then our customers will come there and get the fishes. Then for the second one, that is improving on the quality of the dried catfish. We decided we were going to be reducing the heat and the time the fishes stay in the home. So after doing all of that, we reached out to our customers and they were pleased with our solutions. They said that we improved our delivery accessibility. They said we also improved the quality of dried fish, which means that it is not as dry as before. And they also said we improved our commitment to deliver our products timely. Thank you.
Please clap for them. Clap for them. So now questions. You have questions for them? For their business, you have questions? No questions. So it's perfect.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. My name is Firstman Jubilee Erefa. I'm here to present production. Okay, so our customers complained to us about what we were producing, which is fish. We produce dry fish, and they complained to us that it's not tasty, it's too dry, and it's rotten inside. So we came together and we had to find out the reason why our fish will be too dry and it won't be dry inside. So we realized that it's caused by excessive fire. When the fire is too much, it dries the outside but not inside. Then we also talked about management of seasoning. The reason why our fish is not tasty is because we've not had good seasoning. Okay, so we came together and we talked about how we are going to work on this. So we said we are going to have some of the fish. We bought a drilling machine before we were using firewood. So we came up with a drilling machine. Dehydrating machine, sorry about that. And then we had to have a particular level at which we place it, so we don't have that issues again. It dries outside and it dries inside. Now this time not too dry. And then we sent it to we set up a committee from those who have been patronizing us. Instead of selling to them this time, we gave them for a test. They tested it and they came back to us and told us that our fish is no longer too dry. That's to say the machine we bought worked, and then the seasoning is perfect. That's to say for us working on our seasoning is perfect now. So now we can make bulk, make quantity and sell to them. The one we gave to them before we had tested, they didn't pay for it. So but now, since we've gotten what we want, we can now sell to them. Thank you.
Any question for your team? Any question for your team? Okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Idaku John Idaku. I'm presenting on behalf of my group. We have so many complaints from our clients, our customers. For one of the major issues that we want to address as a group is the issue of hike in prices. We are dealing with rice production, and we have discovered having checkmate to ensure that what they are actually complaining about is true. We have to do a market survey to know what is going on, and we discover, even you can agree with me right now, that there is hike in price of every produce in the market today due to the inflation rate and all that. So we don't intend to lose our customers because of that. So we devise things that, okay, you can agree with me that most of these producers of rice and all that, they have a union. We have something like Rice Farmers Association and all that. So by the time they catch you selling below or beyond what the organization have agreed, it will affect you. So we don't want to lose our customers, so we say, okay, we will now have a device in such a way that we call it price for farm gate price, which is adopted and is different from the price in the general market. As a group and manufacturers of this produce, we have the right to say, okay, if you come to our farm, or maybe in any of our stores or grocery stores, this is the amount, a specific amount for anybody that want to access it at those particular areas. And when we did that, we test run it and we saw that most of our customers that have withdrawn before, they started coming because the actual farm gate price is about 20%, 15 to 20% reduction in the current price. And because of that, they are happy hearing that, okay, if you go for 2 bags, if you go for 10 bags, there is a 14-15% reduction in the price. So when we adopted, we tested it and it worked. And when we saw them coming back, we said, okay, there's nobody will agree with me here, that nobody will fight what is working. So when we saw that the system is working for our business, we adopt it, and that is what we have come up with. Thank you, sir. Any question for your business? No question. Do you process rice from farming to look like normal rice? Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Raphael. Representing my team. We focus on processing of catfish. Now we sent out a survey to our customers and they came back with these few problems that we should adjust on. Number one is our product is too blunt. And the second is that it's too salty and too spicy. So we did research with our team and we came up with solution which we developed the outcomes of these solutions, which is we increased the quality of our products, improved the packaging, and also reduced the spices of our dried fish. We now sent back these feedbacks to our customers and they gave us a positive feedback. We were satisfied with the quality of the fish, then it was too blunt and too dried. And now they are satisfied. Now the sustainability and durability of the fish, which was the too spicy part and too salty as well. And then the proper branding also was taken care of. They commended the branding and the feedback mechanism has really worked to improve our fish processing business. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victoria Ichinebeju, and I'm representing my team. The name of our team is African Agribusiness, and we specialize in poultry, bird production. So we sent out a survey to our customers to get the problems. Then we had low weight birds, weightless birds. That was the first complaint. The second one was lack of healthy chickens. We accepted the problems, and as a team, we worked towards defining the problems and bringing out possible solutions to them. So the first process we went is increasing the light. You know, when chickens see the light, it will compel them to eat very well. The second one is we increase their feeding. Not that we overfed them, but we fed them at the proper time. The second one, we give the chickens good nutritional foods, yes, multivitamins. Yes, instead of giving grower mash, we increase the starter because of high protein content. Then the process, the prototype. First of all, when they brought the problem, we as a team we sat down to think how to redesign our chicken, the problems. Yet the first one we did, it was to introduce smart feeders. The second was weight sensors. We observed our chicken when we feed them in the morning. We go there, we weigh them to make sure they are weighed very well. Another one, data collection. Yes, every morning when we weigh, we take out the data and we monitor our hygiene. Yes, maybe we clean the poultry house 3 days every week. We increase the cleaning to 4 times every week. Then testing. After we design our prototype, we'll call some of our customers to wait. We didn't give them free of charge. We'll call them to wait. And after wait, they gave us the feedback that it has increased. That is how we did it. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Agribusiness. She made mention about eating a bed after feeding. And to me, I think this is, and when you have a large number of beds, so how will you begin to start weighing them one after the other, and when they bed after, excuse me. Okay, sorry. The answer that I'm concerned about is stressing a bed immediately after feeding them. Like you start scaling their weight. Is that advisable?
Business. You may not have the answer now, but it's a feedback. It's feedback now. So think about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm representing my group. So we are a business for into poultry bed production and eggs production. So we met our customers and we asked them for a feedback regarding our services. So the feedback they gave were poor weight of the beds, price of the beds, which is too expensive, they say, size of the beds, business location, the eggs are too small and also expensive. So we went back and we checked all these problems. For the size of the beds, we looked at it that it's due to disease, some disease factors, and then for the expensiveness of the beds, due to market inflation, which increases the price of feed and others, we have to increase the price of our beds. And then lack of access to good road. When they talk of the location, we know to open a poultry farm, we have to take it inside. We don't bring it to where residents are because of the smell and all that. So we take it inside. And due to that, some of our customers do complain of the bad road getting to our farm there. And then lack of proper feeding. Yes, as I earlier said, price of feed. We try to ration the feed a little bit so that we can meet up with our production and our expenses for that cycle. And then next, we sat down and then we have fully defined the problems. We know that this is what causes all these problems. And then now we checked for some solutions. So one, for the disease which led to the poor size of the bed, we concluded, or we said, proper vaccination and treatment of these beds can help combat disease problem. And then for the market inflation, we try to be updated on the prices of the feed, the goods, everything we need in the market. So that will help us try to adjust our finances to meet up with all that. And for the price of the feed, maybe we do as a team with some experiences. Some of us come up with some formulations on making our own supplement feeds to try to reduce the cost of production or cost of feed, so that we're able to meet up with our production of it. And then proper feeding, we try to improve
our beds, the feeding of our beds to get. Then lastly, for the prototype, we concluded that proper feeding of beds, keeping the pen house neat to prevent diseases, and then selling our beds in affordable prices. Thank you very much.
Sorry, you talked about bad road. The reason why the location is that because of the smell of the bread, right? Okay. Does it mean that for you to have a bed, to rear a bed, you cannot control the smell? You must go to a place that is not accessible. Sorry, I don't know if you are getting me. So I want you to think of a way that you can control the smell. You can also do it in your house. You can do it. But you have to control the smell. You can't tell me that you can't control the smell, so that is why you're taking it to a far location. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Feedback. So we can go back to the team and think about it. So I guess every group has presented, right? It's feedback now. So do you all understand the design thinking process now? And we can put it into our different business. So please try to ensure that whenever you are designing a solution or you are designing a product or in your business, you always put in place, put into action the design thinking process to help you move your business forward. I was surprised that nobody talked about packaging of their products and all that. But yeah, thank you very much once again. We will not have to.
Please, can you clap for yourself? I think the section was interactive, and I think we all learned one of these things. I mean, you people have did yourself. I'm really, really impressed. And what this is that what we've been saying is one of this. This is kind of feedback, presenters like when someone has a session with you, they get feedback. It shows that impact was made. Am I correct? So for that, I'll be come and announce, come and give, or talk to us about the best. But I just want to give it to just to appreciate you guys, and that was really, really commendable. Mr. Ben, I know you observed it. The best, the best design thinking model.
All right, thank you. I listened to the presentations, and the two that caught my attention the most, group one, that is the first group that presented, and group three. Yes, they had practical solutions to the problems. Group three, so the third group,
Thank you very much. Now we have prize for one group. What can I do?
Share it's lovely sharing.
I don't finish tomorrow today. We still have tomorrow. So the group has to continue tomorrow. So we'll keep on talking and we'll keep talking. So each group moves scatter on there. So like tomorrow too. We do our activity tomorrow too. So hopefully we'll have more to that. Thank you.
All right, let's get out. Hello. like we just observe. So yeah, value addition and value chain exploration in agribusiness. We'll be looking at different activities this morning. We'll look at fisheries, we'll look at poultry, we'll look at snail, we'll look at horticulture, we'll look at processing. And we all know that the agricultural value chain is wide. Under poultry, there are those that make broiler, there are those that do layer, there are those that focus on the drugs, there are those that focus on the feed, and so on and so forth, right? So now we'll be inviting, let's get our minds together as so let's put our hands together for Morugo Farms, who is the food processing partner, Dr. Emmanuel Anason. Let's put our hands together.
Good afternoon. It's been a long day. I know we're all stressed out. Alright, waiting for my slide to come up. Yeah, so I'm here to talk about value chain and value chain exploration in agribusiness. So we start. What's value? You can define value as the importance and usefulness of an item. However, value chain describes certain processes that a product has to go through, to get to the finished stage at the consumer's door. So we start. Next slide. Our agenda is to introduce it, give basic advantages. I know we all know about value chain. We know about adding certain inputs to anything we want to sell or push out. Even we ourselves, by coming here and participating in this, we are placing value on ourselves. So that's basically value. Value is in everything we do. But right now we're relating it to the agribusiness and how we can use it to upscale. Next slide. Next slide. Alright, so these are basic value chains. We have inbound transport, operations and everything. So basically we're talking about you getting products from the farm, fixing it up, and arranging and pushing to the final consumers. Next slide. Alright, so basically we're talking about improved profit margins. We know that adding value to anything commands an increased price for that item. Let's go on the recent item in the market. Talking of rice paddy. We're talking about rice paddy, value of raw rice. Just it's about 70,000 naira in the bag. You process, which will not be more than 10,000, and you sell for about 100, 105 at the moment. That is value, as little as it is, Also, we're talking about cost efficiency. Cost efficiency, talk about waste reduction. I'll talk about this one next slide. Market differentiation. I'll give you practical examples in my discussion. I'll talk about cocoa. We just know cocoa to be cocoa everywhere. But then, when we bring about when we talk about the final product of cocoa, let's just one of the products, chocolate. If I ask us to talk about chocolates, definitely we know Tic Tac, we know Snickers, we know certain. This is market differentiation. They didn't just sell the raw cocoa, they had developed and processed, and now you know the names of these companies that are producing this product. Same thing as sugar, Dangote sugar. We know the sugar as a raw, starting from sugar cane that's been sold everywhere on the street. But by the time it's being processed, it has its own uniqueness, his own label to these products. And definitely we have somebody to hold responsible if these products, if there are certain complaints from this product. Or like the raw sugar cane that you don't really know, you understand, the source of where it comes from. This is one. We're still talking about this thing. We're still going to talk about these things. I'm going to round up all these things and understand them better. Next slide. Enhance product quality. I'm going to give an example of pineapple, for instance. Now, you have pineapples, regardless of you storing them in your refrigerator, they are still not going to last for up to 2 weeks. But if they are being processed into juice, the shelf life is longer. It's going to take you about 5 months, average. You understand? So we have a lot of these items that are not being processed. Exactly. If you go to Mokwa now, we have a lot of cashew nuts, and basically cashew. These things are wasting deep down. If these things are being processed, even when brought to the markets, you know, even when brought to the market, they get to spoil because of poor storage. So enhance product quality, value chain enhances product quality by adding value to certain things in a way of hindering deterioration of these items. Next slide. Creation of jobs. By value chain addition, we talk about jobs. For instance, now talking about this rice I talked about the last time, and you saw that while you are processing your rice, you're not only just, you have to go to a miller. The miller has made money. The person producing the bags have made money. The person printing on the bags have made money. The boys on the streets have made money. So you definitely provided employment and economic development, you know, by just adding value to any product. Even in the people that say they wanted to roast fish, you buy your ovens are being developed by certain persons, and you just, you know, in a way, you're making it go round, you know. So next slide. Talk about efficiency supply chain, post-harvest loss. Going back to the point I talked about the pineapple. For instance, 2 weeks ago we did a survey, and our survey was, we looked at plantain. There were a lot of plantains at fruit market super. The people, the wholesale women were having issues selling them because they were deteriorating. Now, if we had more processors that are going to process this into plantain chips and other things, it would have happened. At the end of markets, as of 2 weeks ago, every day they made losses because they were selling cheaper, because these plantains were spoiling and there was no means of preserving them. So by supply chain efficiency, you enhance, you reduce post-harvest loss and enhance supply or economic price stability. Why do I call this? Economic price stability is by you enhancing the supply chain, you are hindering deterioration. While hindering deterioration, you are improving shelf life and letting investors know that these products are available all through the year. You understand? Once you have a product that's in this season is off, no. We don't. Investors want to know that there are no off seasons for certain products. That's one. Next slide. Innovation and technology. This is how to possible. My company currently, we had an issue with some of with our feeding. We had a dairy branch. We were consulting for Savannah Integrated Farms, and we had an issue with our dairy units, especially after the lockdown, farmer header crisis. We had issues with maize. Maize was a major ingredient in our diets, our animals' diet, and we had an issue. What are we going to do? Initially, in 2017, I had developed a technology called solid-state fermentation. We're able to use fungi, it could be bacteria, Trichoderma, Pylorus stratus, certain fungi to biodegrade anything. I'll break it down to you. For those of us who are mothers here, you understand that when you have a child is like, okay, they can't chew meat, and like, want me to chew the meat for me, chew it and give to the child's mouth. That's basically what this fungi does. So we looked at an item that was, you know, looked at the end product of sugar processing. There were sugarcane peels. So what do? We realized, okay, if we pick these peels, biodegrade them, we're able to break certain, I know I'm going scientifically, I'm a businessman, I'm a researcher. We're able to biodegrade and break the lignin bonds. So basically, these things were high in starch, high in sugar. But by the time we broke down the lignin bonds, we were able to expose more nutrients. And by the time we took it for further protein analysis, the food protein content, extra content, that's the fats and other areas were increased. So what do? We realized, okay, we could use this technology. So we used it, realized that also sugarcane was causing a nuisance to the environment. So we were able to use it, brought a lot of it, especially the ones that are blocking drainage systems, making the environment to not really be so eco-friendly and the rest. We're able to bring it down, biodegrade it, replace it a little in the diet of these cartoons by not really replacing, just replace maize. Maize was an ingredient that was costing us too much and hindering our production costs and even market price. We were not cutting even, so we're looking for ways to do it. So how do we do it? We got the sugarcane scrapings, biodegraded them, included in the feed of the animals, but substituted it in certain percentage for maize. And we got excellent results. And today the technology is everywhere, in big cattle farms and everywhere. You can ask for solid state fermentation. We developed it in Nigeria. Next slide, please. Talking about sustainability and waste reduction, we've talked about this, that by enhancing it, you allow market stability all through the year. Just like we talked about waste, you know. I've given the example of pineapples and other things. So these basically things that you are wasting. I've talked about having an eco-friendly environment. If you go around fruit markets, because of this, some of these fruits are not being sold and are not being processed properly, a lot of things, you get to see that if you walk around Zuba, you see smell, the already smell. That's really, you know, hampering the environment and causing a lot. However, if we get to utilize value chain, its inputs and opportunities around value chain, we'll see that a lot of these wastages will be taken care of. Next one. Consumer engagement. When you have a product, for instance, you're selling paddy rice, rough rice everywhere, no one knows who farmed it, no one knows anything. But once you process and have a uniqueness that we talked about, have a name or brand, people get to know who produced this. You get to get feedback from your customers and develop better from them. You understand? I went to buy potatoes some days ago and there were some pest attacks on the potatoes. And the woman was like, she doesn't know. They bought bags, imported bags, and I don't know what farm they got them from. That's we all don't know. But potatoes were not nice. Now potatoes are being bagged, so we don't really know they had issues. However, if these potatoes were processed into chips, we would have somebody to reach out to and get further feedback, you understand? And for the person to improve upon what he was doing. Next slide. Access to new markets. Improvement or input or addition or use of value chain is definitely adding vis-a-vis to the GDP of any economy. You know, I know somebody here, but we all talked about catfish. He doesn't even advertise his fish. He packages it. He's never, maybe there's a fish, there's the biggest fish farm in that compound in this world. He sells it, he feeds them to get the largest and the biggest, best they can be, at their largest size. He processes them himself and sells to the UK. He has never sold fish for I'm known him for more than 10 years. They've never sold fish in Guatemala. They package it, he knows the export standard, he packages it and sells. So what's this doing? It's also helping your business improve by you earning in foreign currencies while selling. We've talked about, I think my colleague is going to talk more about exports and some of these things. You guys will get to know more. We talked about it earlier in the day, but there are certain procedures and standards you have to meet. But these things are going out. So you'll have access to new markets, a new economical niche, a new market niche, where you get to sell your products for higher price. It's beautiful if you know how to do it. Next slide. So we have, we're going to go out to our practical sessions where we're going to divide everybody into groups. You know, as we all know, every group has certain things they do. You have to stand by the group, by your activity or the products you plan to sell. Then you break it down, and I think we all have the piece of paper here. So we break it down, and you write your product. You tell me the value that is to be added. I am to break it and send it back to you for you to improve upon value added inputs you're going to make to your businesses. So I have this example. These are the groups I've divided this into, so we get to know. Ruminants can cover goods. Let me give you a practical example. The first business I started was goat production. I was in school, so not that much. I and my friends were just looking for one or two things to do. And we realized that, okay, we now had info that I was a vet student, and it was more of like, okay, we had, we knew that we could do something different in the market. So what did? We were able to get every weekend. We had a friend's mother who had a van, so we went to Carrefour in Katsina. We got goods. We had someone that was very good at processing the goods, roasting them. His name was Ransom. He lives in Diko. We just got all these infos together, got him. We were able to print our bag and convince managers of several hotels that we were vets, we were producing mono groups. So we got this guy, we labeled, we convinced these people that, wow, no, we're giving them wholesome animals, the animals eat, they were healthy. So when we went to the market, we picked the best, we ensured that they were healthy animals. This is, value chain can be physical and virtual. We adopted the virtual model. Before the person saw the animals, so we're going to give you healthy animals, we're going to do this. Let's agree. So what we're doing, by the time we're roasted, we had our own personalized leather bag. We supplied it to these hotels, we liked it. This business sustained us almost all through school. But eventually all my partners were Japa people. Everybody Japa immediately. But business really could be bigger than all of us. Because word was going around that this goats, this roasted goats was being supplied by the vet. It was as simple as that. Very simple, not really a big deal. We just packaged it, made it fine, made it organized, We had our own little bag, we are not even started a company here. We were just doing our thing, and we made it all again. So I'm just trying to say, under ruminant, this was a part story. Under ruminant, we have rabbits, we have several groups. So whatever you are into, give me value-added products. For instance, in rabbits now, besides me selling before, eating rabbits, you've heard of what the rabbit urine do recently, right? So we have a lot. So I want to see a lot of things you guys can talk about. So what groups do we have? Can this group, what is group? Yeah, why are you guys going to work? Aquaculture. Aquaculture too much. So if they pick aquaculture, another group have to pick another thing. Poultry, aquaculture, poultry. What's this group? Aquaculture. Okay. How many tables for aquaculture? 3 tables. 4 tables.
4% Jesus. I think it's recording. Yes, yes. I think record is not strong enough to let me check on that.